Devil Town. Hey yo. Hey yo. They calling my phone for the fuck. What's going on, everybody? How is it? Got ready to hop on the phone, follow up with some of my leads. I have gone through and transferred all of the data from Mojo Dialer, which was the dialer that I was using, and I've taken the warmer leads and imported them along with like their notes and their upcoming tasks or appointments that I've scheduled for myself, so that I don't let it slip through the cracks. I kind of operate on what we called in my old job as a diary system. It's essentially just a calendar system, so where you can set yourself tasks in the future, and then when that day comes up, you know what you have to do for the day. And that's kind of what I was doing. That's pretty much what a CRM is, right? Um, More robust CRMs are going to give you more things to do, market to them, how to automate the follow up, stuff like that. But so I was using Mojo Dialer as my CRM for the most part, and now that I'm switching away from Mojo, I need to kind of figure out how I can use my new dialer call tools as a CRM as well. So I pretty much did the same thing. Like I said, took my warmer leads, and then I also what's going on? I appreciate the thumbs up, whoever that is. I also um, exported all of my lists from Mojo, and I'm kind of just keeping it saved on my computer for now until I want to maybe re-import those lists into my SMS software where I can text them, maybe, or I don't know. I haven't decided what I want to do with those lists, but I paid for the data, so I don't want to just toss it. It's like a couple thousand properties. Um, so for now, what I'm going to do is come into my dialer, figure out how I get to, here we go, calendar events. I don't want to filter it. I just want to sort it. But it seems like it won't let me do that. And I want to sort it because it's literally backwards. I don't want to have to skip to the end. That's kind of frustrating, but whatever. I guess I'll start from the back and start calling these people. First person I'm calling is Miss Woodall. See what's going on with her. Miss Woodall, I connected with her. She confirmed they were interested in selling possibly in 4 to 6 weeks. Don't know anything else. Just know that she's wanting to sell. So I'm going to give her a call. I have prop stream pulled up in the separate tab here in case it comes down to it and I need to start running some comps. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to connect with her and pre-qualify. Saw some of the text go out. That's the only thing that's kind of has me a little worried is about the texting, that automated SMS campaigns, is that they go out whether or not I'm logged in or not. So I think what I'm going to do is try to schedule myself accordingly. Like Mondays and Tuesdays, I think I'm only going to do SMS campaigns, because what happens is when they get added to the campaign for the first time, they get hit 3 days in a row. They get the first text, first voicemail drop on the first day, then they get second text, and I think a second voicemail drop the second day, and then on the third day they get another text. So if I start them on a Monday, they're going to get text until Wednesday unless they reply. Same with Tuesday, they're going to get text till Thursday. So, and then it's just a matter of time before they get added to other campaigns where the automation is just going. So I need to just make a habit of always having that tab open on my screen so that I don't miss out on the opportunities. People calling me, people texting me saying that it's a good time to hop on the phone, that type of stuff. So that's the only thing that kind of has me concerned is that I logged in just now and saw that like a few texts got sent out like an hour or two ago. Um, I was gonna say luckily, but I guess unluckily nobody replied, so it didn't really catch me off guard. But if somebody were to reply or call me, they'd be like, "Hey, you texted me." That's another thing is even when I'm in the middle of it and I'm prepared to be having those conversations, I'll switch to another tab like prop stream or something like that, and they'll call me and be like, "Hey, did you just texted me?" And I'm like, "Damn, like I just texted a lot of people, right?" I don't say that, but I quickly scramble to the other tab and try to find out who this is. Um, so I'm kind of gearing up for how that conversation will be when I'm not in front of my computer, which is what I anticipate me being like on the road driving or somebody replying to the fifth text in the automation. Oh, come on. Um, no answer there. I quickly ran comps while I was dialing though, and I would have been prepared to make an offer, maybe. All right, nothing there. I need to pull up Zillow too, and technically, I guess I should be calling. I guess I really don't. It doesn't matter. Because I can be calling through my dialer. I could be logging into my dialer and put my headphones on, and then it would actually track this data, like how many times I've attempted to call them and stuff like that. Uh, that won't allow me to have you guys hear them talking. I'm gonna get somebody on the phone, so I'm not gonna do that. But what I'm gonna do is do what I did last time and just keep note, create note, uh, attempted, no opportunity to leave voicemail. Push out the calendar event. Try to at least. Edit the calendar event. Here we go. Event start. What's today? The 22nd of October. Push that out to just early next week. This one's hot, so um, try maybe that same person like back to back, um, as in multiple times a day, if that makes sense. Next gentleman here, Jorge Martinez, open contact. This guy on June 22nd stated he wasn't interested in selling but gave me permission to follow up in 3 to 6 months. So keep your fingers crossed. Maybe circumstances have changed. And this is in an area that I'm very familiar with. Oh, if you follow my, if you've been following me, the one of the leads that I ended up not locking up, it was actually the first contract that me and my partner locked up. We locked it up at 151,000. The tenants were giving us a hard time, so we ended up canceling that. But I stayed in contact and revisited her. But she ended up selling to Open Door. I just ran the comping video actually. If you watch the recent comp video on how to comp using PropStream, on one of the last two that I released, I did it on that property because I was like, oh, we already lost the deal. Open Door didn't do jack shit. They whole-tailed it. For anybody that doesn't know, it's wholesaling versus wholetailing. Wholesaling, well, wholesaling technically is just sourcing, properties at a discount, and an assignment is typically what people think of when they hear the word wholesaling. It's kind of become synonymous, and assigning your interest in the contract before you actually close and buy the property. That's how you're able to do that with like pretty much no money down. Put them under contract, assign your interest in the contract, and have the end buyer close on the property. Wholetailing is closing on the property yourself, maybe doing a little bit of cleaning, really no repairs, but like, cleaning, maybe carpet paint, something very, very small, and then just relisting it back on market. That's pretty much what Open Door did. And I just got an email from Redfin like, hey, don't miss this property. And it was the property that I had under contract at one point, and they listed it for 225. So it just opens my eyes to one, the amount of appreciation that really is going, we've been experiencing in the real estate market, and open my eyes to the fact that that was a deal that I should have gotten paid on, for damn sure, because they didn't do anything but clean out the property. Not saying that I would have done that, but I know that I would have been able to find a buyer who would have been able to do that or would have been open to doing that. They probably spent no more than 5,000 on it. They probably bought it for 150, which is what the seller wanted. And they're probably going to turn around and make like 40 grand on this just for listing it on the market. Thought that was kind of interesting, but this is an area where I'm familiar with this gentleman that I'm getting ready to call. This is where it's in the city, in the city, very close to where I did my first deal.
I'm sorry. The person you called has a voicemail box that has not been sent.
I'm gonna double tap him, primarily because I see that it's actually listed as vacant now. Don't think that that would have been the case the first time I called him, but maybe it was. I don't know. But the fact that it's vacant, and I'm thinking that it wasn't the first time I called him, maybe he has a little bit more incentive.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a
All right.
voicemail box that has not been.
Really weird property too. I was just looking at it. One bedroom, one bathroom, 680 square feet. It's probably a new construction play. It would have to be. The lot 6,500 square feet, which is what all those lots are going for. All right, here he goes. Hello? Hello?
Yeah?
Hey, this is Jorge.
Hello? Yeah.
Jorge, how's it going? This is Derek. We had spoke a while back. I don't know if you remember about your property over on Wichita Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the time
Yeah.
you had let me know that there was no interest in selling, but you had let me know to maybe, follow up in 3 to 6 months to see if anything's changed. So that's what I'm doing. Just kind of calling you back, see if you've, considered it any.
Oh no, not right now.
Oh, okay, okay. Do you think that you might be interested sometime in the near future?
Maybe in the future, yeah.
Yeah. What's your if you don't mind me asking, what's kind of the plans for the property there if you don't end up selling?
Building a house.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I'm looking right now, it's a kind of a small structure on a lot of land, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the way I see it, the value is probably in the land, like you probably see it too. That's why you're probably intending on building a house, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. When do you think you're gonna get going on the project? Do you have, plans in motion?
For maybe in middle of next year.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, just so you kind of know and you know your options. Again, my name is Derek. My partner and myself, we've been buying some homes in Houston and the surrounding cities. We can pay cash, and we can close whenever is most convenient for you. Really, just try to make it as a simple and smooth of a process as possible. So, if this piece of land or maybe another property that you have, you're kind of just wanting to wipe your slate clean and get paid cash quickly. I'd love for you to save my number and reach out if anything ever changes for you.
Okay, I'll let you know just in case something comes up.
Sure. And if it's all right with you, I'd love to kind of just stay in touch and touch base maybe every again another 3 to 6 months just to see if plans are going forward. If that's all right with you.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. All right. I appreciate you giving me a call back, or hey, I hope you have a good one. Okay.
All right.
All right. Take care. So again, I didn't really expect much, but I found out that he's wanting to build a house. This is one where if I stay in contact with the guy when he realizes he's gonna have the thought to himself, "I'm not gonna build a fucking house." You know what I mean? All these guys. This is the second guy in the same area that has a lot of land. That's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna build a house." It's like, okay, well, when are you gonna do that? Uh, he says he pretty much said like 8 months from now. It's like, whoa, what's gonna change from now until 8 months? I didn't pester him like that, but that's what I'm thinking in my head. And then I think in my head, I'll call him mid next year and say, hey, you would let me know that you were gonna build a house, starting, this time this year. What's the progress looking like? And he's gonna say, I haven't started. And I'm gonna say, you're just paying for that land, right? Um, Plans to build a house on the land. Says he is going to get started with construction mid next year. I will come here, change the calendar event. I'm going to leave a note for myself. Has he started building the house? Question mark. I'll set this one in like February, early. I'm gonna set it for the 1st of February, like 4 months from now. Boom. All right, on to the next one. Susanna Miranda. A gentleman mentioned that she is not wanting to do anything like that and said she was really sick in the hospital. This is the note to myself. I think he may have been overly caught up in the moment and stressed about the illness that she was experiencing, but didn't necessarily have the authority to be making the decision on the property on her behalf. That's the vibes that I was getting on the phone. He was just like wanting to shut me up and be like, he was quick to say, she's not selling this place. But what I was gathering was that he wasn't, again, he didn't really have that authority to make that decision. Um, and again, not to, I've said this a few times, but not to, I'm trying to remain politically correct in this. I don't want to be approaching these people knowing that they're in a tough spot with her health and to be taking advantage of that. That's not the intention. The intention is to find out if me getting her a cash offer for her house will help solve some of her problems. Um, if she's burdened by medical bills, I would imagine that it probably would help solve some of her problems, but only if it's what she wants and only if it's going to be the type of process that she's looking for. Is she even capable physically to be, uprooting her life from this house and moving it to another? I don't know. So, but I do think on this one, I think it was worth giving a call back real quick, just to kind of check in and see how things are. I'm going to try my best to be as sensitive of the situation as possible and not seem as if I'm
Have dialed is not in service.
well.
If you feel you've received this message in
Want
error,
to make sure that I'm not just taking advantage of the situation. But numbers on in service. I have one other number for her. I'm going to make sure that I dialed that number correctly, which I did. I'm going to try that same number one more time to make sure.
the subscriber you have
Yep,
dialed.
that one's out of service. So I'm going to try the second number that I have here. I had connected with that other gentleman through that first number, I think. So this is just going to be the first time I've ever called this number. Going to treat it kind of like a cold call. Hello?
Please leave your message for 71323.
All right, I'm gonna delete that first number, leave the second phone number, leave myself a note saying first number was out of service, no answer on the second number. I'll push that out a month. Nothing too hot right there on that one. Just something that I'm wanting to follow up on. Next one, Mr. Torres on July 13th said not interested in selling now, but would be later. Did not specify how much later. Said his asking price is 180K, which I note was retail at the time. Let's see what his Zestimate is. It is 163. This is one where I'm like, well, the asking price is so high, but I'll give him a call. I'll see. Maybe he just threw that number out. A lot of times people will just throw a number out, and then when you actually give them facts, like this property down the street sold for this, and just given the fact that your property sounds to be in a little bit poorer condition, what do you think is a reasonable price? You say that to people, and then they're like, all right, I can do this. Because to be honest, he wants 180. I'm going to need to be at about 80. So we'll see. Give him a ring real quick.
Hello.
Hey, is Mr. Torres?
Yes.
Mr. Torres, how's it going? This is Derek. I don't know if you remember, but we had spoke a few months back in regards to your property on Lynn Street. No, okay. All right, I just wanted to round back. I'm sorry?
You want it, I sell it 108,000.
What was that?
180,000.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably going to be a little bit out of our price range. But if you are serious about selling, I think that you might be able to get that if you were to list it on market. Have you considered, taking that route at all?
Yeah, porque the house over one of the area, maybe it's too high, maybe the house 180, 190 to 200,000. Now it's too high.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I think you probably could get that if you went through a realtor and listed it on the market.
Yeah, that house is four rooms and two restrooms.
Yeah.
And big porch, everything.
Definitely.
The good fence in the middle. It's a lot of money now.
Yeah. No, we like the area. We definitely like the area. Just as an investor, I would be coming and I would be making you a cash offer. And we typically like to buy properties that need a little bit of love, so that we can do some work to it and kind of build in that equity, if that makes sense. So I don't know if it's something that you're interested in.
You don't have one company build a house?
We haven't. No, I haven't. I've never been to that property.
I looking for one company building one house.
Is it near your house?
Yeah, I got one property in Pasadena. I got one property over there, baby, building one house. But I need one. I'm looking for one company for the build a house.
Oh, okay. So you're looking to build a house?
Yeah.
In Pasadena, you said?
Yeah, you see where there's 122 Allendale Road. I got one property over there.
Oh, okay. It's a piece of land, or?
Yes, land that very but 10 years ago, I got one house, but I think the guy or them we buy the property, no house.
Yeah. And so you're looking to build a property, or are you looking to just sell the land?
I needed one company. I needed one company for build the one house.
Okay. And you don't have any You don't have any interest in just selling the land instead of building the house?
No, baby, no sell it, that one. Baby, that property say sell it, baby, 75,000. That property, see, I sell it.
Mm. Okay, yeah.
Pero I build one house for my son.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, and then
I looking for one good company for building the house.
yeah. I know a couple people. I know a couple people that I don't know if they do new construction, but they definitely do fix and flips in Pasadena. I can definitely reach out for you and see if there's any interest.
I talked to one company the guy say actually they have about $4,000 $400,000 out.
Mm.
Not building a small house, not a big house.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem, baby. But I looking for the one company.
Yeah, yeah.
That one not selling now.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call. And like I said, if anything ever does change, please feel free to save my number. We can pay cash, we can do it quick, and we can make it smooth and simple. So if anything changes, please feel free to reach out.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate you.
I got your number now. Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. Again, my name is Derek. So again, reach out if anything changes. I appreciate you taking the time. All right. Bye now. Cool conversation, productive. I'm probably gonna take him off my follow-up though. I don't think it's worth. I mean, if I were in more than like a one-man operation, I may be setting. Well, shit. I don't know. I'll set that, I guess, for. I can set it for a follow-up. It really didn't. It doesn't take more than 5-10 seconds. I'm just looking at this property that he was talking about. That lot of land he bought it. It looks like for 32,000. He's trying to sell it for 75. I don't blame him though. I think he probably can get. How big is the 7,000? He could probably get 50 for it. 50, 60 for the right person. I think he's tripping with 75 though. He's saying that new comps in the area are going for 400, which is not the case. I think they're going for like 325 tops. So if you find if you find like somebody who's really trying to play with their margins and cut it really close, you might be able to find somebody at 75. But like I said, not worth my time really. Benjamin, yeah. Yep. But there he goes to show you. I mean, I'm gonna put him on a follow up. Still not interested. Still wants 180K. Told me about his second property at this in Pasadena that he is looking for a building company for. He plans to build a house for his son. He threw out 75K for the lot. I think that's what he was saying. I'll push this out 6 months or so. I mean, again, this is not one that's really worth my time, but it also only takes a quick second to check in. So set that at 6 months out. Follow up in April. On to the next. Miss Lewis. Interested in selling, but she had surgery. This was on August 7th. Not ready to move forward for another 2-ish months. Ran some comps, figured out my max allowable offer, depending on what the level of the rehab is. Connected with her on the 1st of September. When I brought up the property, she hung up on me. I tried calling back and she declined the phone call after 2 to 3 rings. I left voicemail listing benefits and saying that I know that she wanted to wait a bit to sell. So going to pull this one up and give her a ring, see if she has in fact officially changed her mind, or if she was just I bet that she was just getting overwhelmed with the amount of people that were calling her and not being sensitive to the fact that she just had surgery. So Um, that is not what I'm gonna do, and I will call and be sensitive and let her know that I completely understand. I'm just wanting to be there for her when she does make up her mind one way or another. Quickly ran some comps. 234 is what I'm looking at, not 156. Quickly ran some comps. Looks like homes in the area are selling from anywhere from 152 to 165. For a 3-1, I think ours would sell for, let's see, the most recent one sold July 12th for 165, which was a 3-1. Um, about 200 square feet bigger. So I think ours could sell for 145. 3 years older, but bigger lot. I'll let it offset. I think ARV maybe 145. Let's check this other one that sold in May of 2021. This was a 2-1, sold at 152. Ours is a 3-1, so I think ours could sell for 162. About the same square feet and uh, lot size. It's actually an older build too, so I think ours could probably go for 162. I'd say 160 to be conservative. Maybe 150, 155 to be conservative. And these other ones that are kind of crossing some major roads, but these are selling for 180. I'd call it 160. Let's see what I said on my notes. I had ARV of 145. I think that's probably the safer bet. There's only like one outlier that pushed the price points. I'll say like 155. Let me write that down real quick. All right, let me give her a call. Feels good to just be getting back on the phone and actually having these conversations, though. Kind of missed it, to be honest.
Hello. Leave a message after the tone.
Not going to leave a message. Going to double tap her and let it breathe for a second before I call back. Um, Seems like it may be a landline. Just want to run my math again. If I have 155 ARV, I think for, let's see, they were looking at like 100,000 less repairs. The place is under 1,000 square feet. So even if it was a full gut rehab, I think you can probably get away with it for like 50,000. So as long as there's like, as long as it's not a complete dump, it'll probably be somewhere around like 70 to 80 and still be able to take down a sizable assignment fee. Very sizable, if that's the case.
Hello.
I'll leave a
Leave a
message.
message after the tone.
Hi there. This message is for Miss Lewis. My name is Derek. We spoke a few months back in regards to your property over on Quail Street. When we spoke, you had let me know that you had just recently received surgery, so you weren't really wanting to, push forward and make a decision one way or another. But had let me know to follow up in a few months, which would allow you some time to recover. So that's what I'm doing here, just rounding back, seeing how you are, seeing how the recovery went, and seeing if you've given any more thought to what your plans are going to be for the property on Quail Street there. When you get a chance, if you could please give me a call at your earliest convenience, it would be much appreciated. My direct line here is 832. All right, I can't be sure, but I'm pretty sure she picked up the phone and hung up. If like you've ever heard somebody screen their phone calls, like while you're leaving the voicemail, they'll come in, they can pick up the phone call. That's like very old school for all you millennials out there. Um, oh, here she goes. Give me a call back, actually. I think this is her. Yep. Hello? Hello? Weird. She called back and then wasn't there, but I'm gonna call her back now if she doesn't give me another call back in like a minute. But for all you millennials out there that may not know how this works, on landlines, you used to be able to screen your phone calls, meaning that you could listen to the voicemail that's being left by the person. You could let your phone ring, you could let it go to voicemail, and as they're leaving their voicemail, it says it out loud and you can hear the voicemail being left on your answering machine. We used to have these things called answering machines. It'd be a machine that held all of your voicemails that was connected to your phone so that you can then get home at the end of the day, go to the answering machine, press play, and it would play you all your voicemails. So back in the day, you used to be able to screen your calls and you could listen to the voicemail that's being left while it's actively being left, and then you could just pick up the phone and hop on the phone with the person, and it would connect the call. And you'd be like, "Hey, sorry, I was in the bathroom and I heard you leaving the voicemail, so I ran over to the phone." So it sounded like that's what she just did, because I was in the middle of just saying my phone number, and then she picked up and then hung up, and then she called me right back though. So I'm gonna give her a call. Maybe it was an accident. I don't know.
Hello. Please leave a message.
Yeah, maybe an accident, but I'll take note of it. Double tap, left voicemail. Sounded like she was screening the call and hung up on Derek before he finished leaving voicemail. She then called right back, but didn't say anything when Derek picked up. Push this out. I'm gonna push this out a week. If that, this one's hot. If I can get her on the phone, I'll probably call her like Wednesday. Here's another one that's pretty warm. She has done everything but sign the agreement. We already agreed to 62,000. If you've watched my other videos, this woman is dealing with what I think is a shady investor who gave her what she wanted in the beginning, signed an agreement, but then filed a memorandum of contract, which then prevents anybody else from buying the property until he removes that. And people who are shady will put them on there with no intention on ever buying the property, just so that a legitimate investor can come along months, years later and have to pay them out just to get that memorandum removed. I think that's what's going on here.
Please leave your message for.
Leave a message. Hey Alice, this is Derek. We had spoke recently in regards to your property over on Edgeworth Street. I know that you were kind of running into a situation where I think you mentioned there may be some liens on the property because of the previous investor. I just want to remind you and reiterate that that really isn't an issue for us. So if you were still wanting to move forward with that $62,000 cash offer, we can still honor that. So do me a favor, give me a call back if that's something that you're interested in. Again, my name is Derek, and you can reach me at 832. I'll talk to you soon. Probably not, but that's what I say. Attempted, left voicemail. Now we're cooking. move that one out a week until I anticipate that one kind of just falling off. She doesn't want to deal with it. With what I was telling her on how to handle that is, look, we agreed to 62,000. I said we can do that. We can put the paperwork together. I'll get it to my title company, and the title company will be able to run the title search and figure out whether or not there is a quote unquote lien or memorandum, which is what it's really referred to as, filed on the property. And if that does pop up while we are in escrow, then we can handle it accordingly. But what she wanted to do was like, oh, I have the paperwork from the other investor. I just want to find it. I want to call the other investor and see. And I tried. I said everything pretty much, but look, that guy played you. He's playing you for a fool now. Like, don't give any more attention or time to this person who played you. Um, and I tried my best to, again, explain that, but she wasn't having it. She wanted to just figure it out first. She was like, I need to figure it out. And then once I figure it out, I'll sell it to you. But it's like, I'm telling you that I'll buy it from you and I'll figure it out. But I understand, people already have their guard up. They already think that they're getting screwed over, especially somebody who's already gotten screwed over. So why would she think that I'd be any different? This person, seller called me back and mentioned she was in the middle of something once Derek brought up the property. Might be worth giving her another call. This is another one that's very not promising, but you never know. I clearly left myself a note to follow up. I'll only really leave myself notes to follow up like that if like the vibes are kind of high on the phone. Not to like sound too woo woo, but like if somebody's like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, I'm not interested right now. It's like, I might as well give her a call, right? Again, it only takes 5 seconds to get a no. I'd rather her tell me no, I'm not interested, than be curious and wondering if she ever would sell.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 71347859119 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hello, this message is for Miss Achandi. My name is Derek. We spoke a few months ago in regards to your property on Turner Drive. At the moment when we spoke, it didn't sound like that you had much interest in selling the property, but you had let me know to follow up in a few months just to check back in, see if anything had changed on your end. So that's what I'm doing, just rounding back, seeing if you've given it any more thought and what your plans were for the place on Turner Drive there. My partner and myself would love to make you an offer. We can pay cash and we can close whenever is most convenient for you. So go ahead and give me a shout at your earliest convenience. The best number to reach me at here is 832. And my name was Derek once more. I'll talk to you soon. Here goes Alice calling me back. Hello?
Hello?
Hi there, is Alice?
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, is this Alice?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Who is this?
Good, this is Derek. We've been going back and forth a bit about your property on Edgeworth Street. Yeah, I just wanted to follow up. The last we spoke, I think that you were kind of digging through your files to try to find the paperwork from the old investor, to kind of try to sort that out. But I just wanted to round back, see how things were going, and
I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
yeah, and yeah, I don't mean to sound pessimistic.
Well, I got until the ending of October, and then if I don't hear nothing, then I will call you.
Okay, all right, that sounds good.
Yeah, just give me until the ending of October.
Sure. I'll be on the lookout for your call, and I'll speak to you when you give me a ring. Okay.
Okay, then.
All right. Have a good one.
Okay, you too.
Bye now. That's cool. She gave me a timeline to stick to. It wasn't anything crazy. It's 1 week from now. She said the end of October. I'm gonna say connected with seller. Reminded her of last conversation. She said she still hasn't heard anything from the old investor who filed the quote-unquote lien or memorandum. Alice asked for the end of October, and if she doesn't hear back from them at that point, she would call Derek. What I am going to do now is set my follow-up for the 1st of November. As long as it doesn't fall on a weekend. Nope. Monday, 1st of November. I'm calling. You heard? You heard me? You said the end of October. I'm giving you to the end of October. This one, Maria. I dialed left voicemail. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this one. It's not a lead. Mark Lackey. This guy is damn near not a lead either, but tenant on month-to-month lease. During COVID, they were struggling to pay on time. Looks like some recent renovations were done, but nothing major. He kept mentioning that it is livable, rentable. I've tried this guy so many times, and he's never answered his phone. Tariq Williams, same deal. Doesn't really want to sell. Victor Ramos, this one is a lead, though. This is the guy that called me back and was like, hey, I didn't forget about you. I want to sell. I just want to talk to my tenant first. Him a ring, and this may be the last guy that I call. Maybe a few more if I can come up with some good conversations here. Looks like I've already run some comps on this guy. I'm gonna run them again while I'm on the phone, just real quick. But I have ARV being 195. So even if it was a full gut rehab, I'd be able to offer him like 80,000, which I think may be kind of attractive. I don't expect any more than that, to be honest. Let me give him a call.
Victor Ramos, please give us your name and number, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Thank you, and have a great day.
Hey, Victor, this is Derek. Giving you a call back. We've been going back and forth about your property over on Texas Street. Last we spoke, I think you had let me know that you were wanting to speak with your tenant just to kind of put them on a little bit more formal of a notice, let them know that you did intend on selling the place. Just wanted to round back, let you know that we are still interested in making you a cash offer for the property there. Again, we can pay cash and we can close whenever is most convenient for you, really. And we would cover all the fees and costs. So it's really just a net cash offer in your pocket. If this is still something that you're interested in, please feel free to give me a call back. Again, just in case you don't have my number, it's 832. There's that. Appreciate whoever else dropped a like. Getting the whole gang out here. Really do appreciate you. I'm going to drop some custom emojis for you guys. Some custom YouTube emojis. Because, oh, yep, you got the hand sanny. Woo, got the hand sanny. Let's go. Victor's going to pop. Eventually, Victor Ramos is going to, that's a lead that's going to pop. Dialed, left voicemail. He has 2 properties. He has that property right there that he told me. He called me. This is the first time that ever happened. He called me and told me, I'm interested. I've been getting your voicemails. I don't want you to forget about me. So I wanted to call you back and let you know that I haven't forgot about you. I was like, all right, cool. And he's like, yeah, I just want to speak with my, oh no, that's somebody else. He said, yeah, he said, I want to speak with my tenant, kind of have that conversation with them so it doesn't catch them off guard, catch them by surprise when you start walking the property or whatever. And then he also let me know that he has a piece of land that he is partners with somebody on that that he wanted to speak with his partner to figure out how much they wanted for that piece of land. Um, this guy, this guy, Francisco, he has a corner lot. Um, I've been speaking with him. I've been offering him 50,000. He's been saying, "Wow, that's a lot of money." Every time I bring it up, um, he bought it for 60,000 2 years ago. I can see that's probably why he's hesitant to sell it for 50. He way overpaid for this. Um, I think 50,000 at this point is even probably overpaying for it a little bit. But I don't know. I just want to. I've seen some new construction plays in the area, which is the only reason I'm willing. Let's see, sold um, houses and lots. Yeah, here we go. Built in 2018 or newer, sold in the last 3 years. There's a couple of new constructions here. 515 North 2nd Street, literally 5 blocks away. Let's see how much this one offering at 50,000. I want to make sure that that's reasonable. And maybe I want to figure out if I have a little bit more room to negotiate. If I can come up with 55, that may just be enough to be the kicker for him, you know. So this one sold for 200,000 2 years ago. Not the best example. This is sold about a year and a half ago, built in 20. See what this sold for. Hello? Oh. hmm No, I haven't. hmm Okay. Uh-huh. Nope. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'd agree. No, but what I was gonna, I don't know if there's anything that you need to be looking for specifically. I would just kind of compare them to see what you're getting and what you're not getting by going with the competitor. And then at that point, I think it should stick out to you whether or not it's something that you're gonna need or not. Uh-huh. Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know this is important to you, but I am in the middle of making phone calls. If we can talk about it later. Don't make any rash decisions. Just feel it out. If you get it right now or you get it tomorrow, it's gonna be one and the same. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, feel it out. I think you're just looking for a little bit of reassurance, which I appreciate. But I don't. necessarily think that I'm going to be able to, you know just as much as me when it comes to that stuff. I mean, you know what you need. So make the decision and don't think twice then. All right. Good luck. Bye. What up, y'all? Sorry. Personal phone call. That was my girl. She, if you didn't know, she is an entrepreneur as well. And she runs a subscription-based health and wellness platform. So she's trying to figure out the best way to build funnels and looking into new software and stuff like that. CWL type. I'm doing the same thing right now. I'm in Cali and I'm farming for deals in Houston. Wow. That's great. Greater Fifth Ward and Sunnyside area. I've been virtually driving for dollars since 5 a.m. Wow. We need to link up, bro. CWL type. I'm going to drop my email in comments here. Feel free to email me, even if it's just to pass along your information. I'd love to link up JV on some stuff. Sunnyside is a great area for new construction. The problem with Sunnyside I've found is now that all this gentrification has taken place, people know how much their properties are worth, because corporations are just coming around offering up the ass just to get the property so that they can build new construction. It's like you'll drive, I'm sure you found this, CWL, you'll be driving down the street, especially if you're doing it virtually like I was. You'll be driving down the street and you're going to see one of two properties. It's going to be either a brand new property that was built in the last 12 to 24 months, or it's going to be a property from like 1950 that clearly needs to be torn down. All those properties just stick out like sore thumbs compared to the rest of the neighborhood. Greater Fifth Ward, I know I see a lot of activity happening there. I see a lot of people on social media, a lot of cash buyers do a lot of activity in the Greater Fifth Ward. I've never personally farmed in that area, but I know that's hot too. Sunnyside is too. Don't get me wrong. I didn't mean to say like Sunnyside's a horrible area, because those are the type of areas where the opportunities may be like few and far between, but once you get it, I'm sure they're gonna pop for something crazy. Jay Lep, my dog. Hey yo, what's going on? I appreciate everybody in here. I see 3 people in here right now, so appreciate you guys. Let me hop on this next phone call. Leo is this guy. Mentioned that he had talked about selling with his wife before. His brother-in-law stays in the property and stated it had to get, or he mentioned that it was a bit much to keep up with this property in regards to the payments, taxes, because this is his second property and he also has to deal with that on his primary residence. He asked for a call back closer to the end of the year. I'm going to quickly run comps, although it is ill-advised from the pros. They tell you to run comps only once you start dialing out, because you don't want to waste your time comping if they're never going to answer the phone call. But it's something that I practice when I feel like practicing it, when I'm cold calling. But when I'm working the leads that I've gathered, I just don't feel like playing around with it, especially since I can run comps fairly quickly nowadays. I've gotten the practice in to be able to just very quickly run comps. So this is a 2-1, 1,100 square foot place built in 1950. I have a lot of activity in the area, so I'm going to drop it down to a quarter mile as opposed to a half mile. I have 2 properties that are right around the way, sold for 167. That was a 3-2. So ours would sell for 147, 200 square feet bigger. Ours could probably sell for 127. Smaller lot though, but newer. So I'd say like 130. That was a year ago. The most recent one sold for, there we go, 181 in May, 3-2. So ours could probably sell for 161. It's about 100 square feet bigger, so ours could sell for 151. Lot size is pretty small compared. So what did I say? 151. I'd say ours should probably sell for 155 ARV. I'll say 155 ARV. All right, now I'll dial out. See what's going on with Leo, which is also the name of my dog, if you didn't know. Leonidas, Leo for short. What's going on with everybody? What's up, Jay Lep? What's up, CWL? I don't think I've ever seen you in here before, CWL type. So I appreciate you you hopping in here and supporting.
Hello?
Hey, is this Leo? Leo, how's it going? This is Derek. I don't know if you remember, but we had spoke a few months back in regards to your property over on Woodlark Street.
Oh yeah, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, yeah. Just wanted to kind of check back in with you. I know at the time we spoke, you were saying that there wasn't any immediate interest in selling the place, but you had let me know to kind of call back towards the end of the year. So that's what I'm doing. Just kind of rounding back, seeing if you've given it any more thought.
Yeah, still right now nothing's changed, man. Especially the way things are.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you were kind of last time mentioning it was kind of just getting to be a lot to deal with. I think your primary residence as well as this one. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you had mentioned your brother-in-law was staying there.
Yeah, he's still over there, man.
Yeah.
And, shit, I ain't been working in a while, man. So I mean, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to keep up with this one. So I'm gonna have to go back home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you. Well, just to kind of reiterate, I know you're saying that it may not be the best time, but again, my partner and myself, we're buying a few homes in kind of the Houston and the surrounding area, and we can pay cash, and we can kind of close on your timeline whenever is most convenient for you. So, if that is, seems like something that may be interested to you, I'd love to be able to just get you an offer so that you know your options. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No, most definitely, man. Maybe we'll get up sometime. Beginning of next year.
Sure.
And see what the options are.
Sure, sure. Yeah, definitely. When's a kind of a more appropriate time you think for me to give you a call back? Like January?
Yeah, January.
Okay. All right. I'll give you a shout then. I appreciate you taking the call.
All right, brother. Thanks.
All right. Have a good one. All right. Nothing too crazy there, but a decent conversation. That's the type of conversation that I was talking about just a minute ago. I like those vibes, man. He's speaking to me like a regular person, and you can kind of maybe even hear me drop my God, I hate to say it, but my white person voice. You know what I mean? I forget the name of that movie. I've always wanted to watch it, but damn, it's where the guy's a telemarketer and he's a black guy, and he gets on the phone and he starts talking all corny and stuff because people. I mean, you find it. People. I don't know. I go. You can hear it in my voice. I go for the crazy metro. Hey, how's it going? People like it. I don't. People gravitate towards it. It's a lot easier for them to be kind, and a lot more difficult for them to try to curse me out. Nobody's gonna curse out somebody who's polite and kind and upbeat. Well, they will, but it's gonna be a lot more rare. I dialed, connected with seller, said he was out of work for a while, but still doesn't want to pull the trigger on selling this place. His brother-in-law is still there, and in parentheses I'm gonna say it doesn't seem like he was happy about that, which I don't think he is. Told me to follow up in January so he can have his options laid out. And what I tried to do there, I don't know if you caught it. I tried to like pivot so that we can actually have the conversation because he seems like somebody who, if I were to put a number in front of him, it may like kind of like pique his interest. Because right now it's just like, oh, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to sell my property. But if I'm like, what if I paid you $80,000 cash and I can get it to you in the next 2 weeks? And you don't have to worry about dealing with your brother-in-law or your whatever, whoever's living there or all the repairs. Yes, even weathermen have to speak a certain way. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. So I can appreciate when somebody, you heard him, he's calling me bro, he's talking to me like a regular guy. So when that happens, I start to kind of follow suit. Who is it? Oh, Leo is the guy. I'm gonna push that out to January. But yeah, I tried to just get him a number. I tried to kind of pivot and position myself to start pre-qualifying him. I was like, I'd love to just get you an offer so you know what your options are. And had he been like, yeah, well, what do you think you'd offer me? That's what I was almost hoping that he would say. I was hoping that he was going to try to pull an offer out of me so that I can repivot and start to pre-qualify him. Well, what can you tell me about the place? And then again, hopefully my intention there was to try to actually pre-qualify and deliver an offer. But he wasn't wanting to have that conversation. So I kind of left it open ended for that to happen. And, I say, I'd love to get you an offer. And he's either going to say, well, what are you going to offer me? Or he's going to brush me off like he did. And if that's the case, I'm not going to try to pry. Connected with seller, mentioned not right now, but maybe in the future. All right. Very, very general and generic lead. I think about like in the future when I go to build out a team or hire some cold callers, I imagine somebody bringing me this type of lead to try to close, and think to myself like, wow, this is really bad. This isn't a closable lead. 50, 150, 1150. Running comps on this one real quick. This is a 950 square feet, built in 1960. I have. Oh, I'm still in. Wait, what? Oh, I was tripping. These are like right next to each other. These properties. So I thought I was looking at the same area, and it's because I am. So I got one selling for 165 back in July. 3-1. This is about 200 square feet bigger, 145. I think ours could sell for 10 years older. I think ours could probably sell for 150, 155. Let's see what the Zestimate on it is. Zestimate on it is 136. What did I say? 155 ARV. I think that sounds good. Man, all of my ARVs are 155, probably because they're all in the same area. Duh. All right, let's give them a call. Don't really imagine this turning into anything, but you know what? Screw that negativity. This guy needs my help. That's what I'm gonna go into this conversation assuming. Mr. Perez is probably going through it and needs my help. You plan on hiring cold callers anytime soon? Probably after my next deal. Probably after my next deal. That's what I think to myself, at least. I just don't want to extend myself financially too much. I've already kind of reinvested into the business, maybe a little bit too much. My monthly expenses, business expenses, are probably going to be. Hey, is this Miss Perez? Hi, how's it going? This is Derek. I had spoken with, I believe, Mr. Perez a few months back in regards to property I believe you guys own on Sweetbriar Street.
Yeah, you need to talk to my husband. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Is there a better time for me to call?
He's right here. In 2 hours.
2 hours? Okay. All right. I'll give you a shout then.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I know. Probably won't give her a shout because I'm going to be out of the house, but connected with wife, said I need to speak with husband. He'll be home in 2 hours, so I'm not going to call back in 2 hours, but what I am going to do is push this out like a week, and I'm going to call around that time when I call, like 2 hours from now at my time, just in case like he's always out of the house at that time, probably working. But to answer your question, damn, I'm gonna guess. I'm so pissed that I forget. It's Justin, not Jason. It's Jason, not Justin. It's Justin. Justin. It's Justin. I don't plan on hiring cold callers anytime soon, but that will change if the next deal that pops is sizable enough. I just, like I said, I've already, by reinvesting into my business, I'm kind of laying it out on what I think my like business expenses will be. And I'm looking at around like $1,500 per month. That's going to cover all my software. That's going to cover like 10,000 text messages a month. It's going to take me a while to scale up to that point, but because I'm kind of slow playing the texting right now, I'm trying to figure out the softwares. But in about 30 to 45 days, I'd imagine that I'll be kind of firing on all cylinders and I'm accounting for uh, like 5,000 properties skip traced. I think um, all my software, all the texts that I plan on sending out. So I'd be right around $1,500, and I don't have that money. I mean, I have it right now from my other deal, but that'll only last me a couple, maybe a month or two. I still am getting ready to hop out and uh, make some food deliveries for myself because although I've made some of these pop, I still got to pay rent. I forget that sometimes. I'll look at my bank account and be like, okay, that'll get me 500 properties skip traced. That'll, pay for that software, and then I completely forget. Like, oh wait, I gotta go grocery shopping for myself. LOL. I was outside delivering, and I'm like, he didn't just call me Justin again. No, of course not, Jason. Man, here we go. Who's next? Who's next? Jonathan Williams. Oh, no, I don't want to call that person. She's, and that's, I also liked being able to switch over between platforms, dialers, because I was able to kind of do a little bit of house cleaning and just get rid of all those leads that I was wasting time on. Um, you know what I mean? No point in calling if they're not going to ever answer or they're really not a lead to begin with. Majority of these are just quote unquote follow ups. Some of those are leads, like the woman who said, "Give me till the end of the week or the end of the month, and then I'll call you and sell to you." Pretty much, like that's a lead, in my opinion. We've already agreed on price, stuff like that. But this person I'm getting ready to call right now, not really a lead. I connected with him at one point. He said that he's not interested, but maybe in the future, and gave me permission to follow up in 3 to 6 months. That was a little over 3 months ago. So I'll call him now. Have the same conversation that I've really been having with everybody today. But the way that I see it is if they're not flat out telling me no, it's worth following up and having that, 1-2 minute conversation because eventually I'm going to call and they're going to be like, you know what?
Call is unavailable right now. Please try again later.
They're going to be like, you know what? I'm ready now. That's my hopes at least. Let me call that number one more time just to be double check.
Is unavailable right
Yeah, he's no bueno. Not available right now, though. I don't know. I'll just go ahead and move that one out. Is that this guy? Mr. Perez? Is that what I said? No. Oh, that's the guy I just called. Yeah, Mr. Perez. Humberto Perez, this guy. All right. Push that out a month. All right. I think that'll probably do for today. Everybody else, I'm already kind of getting ahead of myself and calling the people that I've scheduled to call in like a couple weeks from today. So let's see. Yeah. Call it quits right there. Nothing crazy. A couple of good conversations though. I got one woman who said, "Give me till the end of the month to try to figure out my situation with the last investor, and if I can't get a hold of him or have that conversation, get answers, I'll call you." That's probably my warmest lead. At least that was the warmest one from today. I had a call with the guy who said, "Give me a call in January." I feel like those are the type of conversations again that I don't mind having because he's not flat out telling me no, I'm not interested. It's clearly a thought that he's had. He's clearly, kind of stewing on the is it stewing brewing, letting the idea brew. All right, bro. Hope you go live tomorrow. Tomorrow, Saturday. I'm not gonna go live tomorrow because me and my girl have a full day of activities planned. We're going to go to the pumpkin patch. We may or may not carve pumpkins, depending on how much cleanup we're actually wanting to do. And then what else were we going to do? I'll think of some questions. Please do, man. Please do. That's like, I love answering the questions. I'm sure you've gathered that. So, please don't feel like you're a burden or anything like that. I want to keep feeding me some ideas for pre-recorded content too, so you can take a look at what I'm doing on my computer screen. I have also found that it helps my YouTube channel out way more when I actually pre-record videos and I release them. Uh, the traction that I gain when I release videos as opposed to just going live is, you know, it's like night and day. Uh, my live videos, if I probably got like 3 to 5 people who came in here and left, that's pretty much like on average what's happening. Like today I think is actually a strong day for a couple people to come in, drop some comments, drop some likes and dip out. But uh after the live video is posted, if I got 3 viewers while I was live, I'll probably end up with like 10 views total once more people go and watch the live after it's been posted. But a pre-recorded video, I found like in the first day will get double digit, like low teens views, um, and they'll get the likes and comments all the same. So I want to do my best, and I want to pre-record as many videos as possible. I just don't know what people want to see. I guess I can like dig deep and figure out what I was looking at when I first started, or when I have a question pop up in my head. It's all the same thing. So, but if you do, please feel free to drop some questions. And as you know, I I get notified when comments are left on my videos. For now, because there's really not that many happening. No, not many comments. So I want to be able to answer all of them and really build the relationship like I have here with you, Jason, and anybody else that pops in. CWL type, I'd love to work and bounce my ideas, see how things are going with him or her. I don't know if it's a female out in Houston. So this is really the goal in this. I my goal is to one day hop on a live and just have a constant inflow of questions, comments, and all that. Pumpkin patch sounds like a lot of fun. Please enjoy. We'll do, bro. We'll do. I always do appreciate your participation, your um, you hopping on, tapping into this. I can't lie. People like you make it a lot easier to come on and talk to myself, knowing that at least you'll watch the recorded live once it gets posted. Or I even have the thought like, well, I've been on live for maybe an hour, maybe J Lep will hop in sometime soon, you know what I mean? So it doesn't get lost on me. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate your support. um yeah, that's it. I'm gonna hop off for now. Again, I appreciate you. If anybody that's tapping into this after the fact, do me a favor, drop a like if you did like the content. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, drop them in the comment section. If you have any recommendations, suggestions, drop them in the comment section as well. I am by no means a pro at this. I've done 2 deals virtually. I plan on doing many more, but I also plan on constantly learning throughout my journey and my process here. So by no means do I want to come on here and act like I know what I'm talking about, and you who's watching me has no idea. I do know that I probably know a little bit more than somebody who's just picking it up, who's just starting. So, I want to be able to provide that type of information, but I also don't want to be so ignorant to think that I have nothing else to learn. So if you're watching this and you feel that you've gained more experience than I have, and you have some recommendations or suggestions, please do drop them in the comment section below. And I would greatly appreciate if you did like the content, if you go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. I try my best to go live at least once a day, make live cold calls, make live follow-ups. And then, like I was just saying, I want to do my best to try to pre-record some videos as well. So if you're interested in wholesaling real estate, specifically virtually wholesaling real estate, go ahead, subscribe. And feel free to hit the notification bell as well, so that you can get notified when I do go live, so that you can hop into the chat like I'm talking about and feed me with those questions and comments. So I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody who's tapping in. I want to read these last few comments from CWL before I hop off. CWL type, I'm a guy out here in Moreno Valley just on this wholesale grind. Feel that. I'll email you. Have a good rest of your day. All right, bro. I'm going to look out for that email. We definitely need to link up on something. Appreciate you tapping in, CWL type. Appreciate you, J Lep. Till the next one. Peace.